Hey, English 1, welcome to week 21. So congratulations on the first half of the year. You are officially half done with the school year, so that's exciting. In the English class, we are now going to start stepping outside of the grammar, punctuation, sentence structure, and the mechanics of writing, and we're going to start getting into more literature. So we're going to be doing a lot more reading, okay? I want to remind you that every single short story, every poem, every novel that we have, and it's covered in Odysseyware, you are able to find a link to that somewhere online. The world is a big, beautiful place full of lots of information. So anytime that we read these books or we read short stories, obviously I want you to read them, okay? But if you are like me and you understand things more by listening, excuse me, I encourage you to do that. You're more than welcome to open up audio versions of all of these and just listen to them as there. And I'm going to give you an example of how we do that now, okay? So coming up this week, we have the first assignment, which is 7.01, which is understanding poetry. I realize that some people absolutely hate poems, or at least you think that you do. Obviously, my goal is to hope you change your idea in your mind about that. I personally am not a huge poetry fan, but I'm a big music fan, and I listen intently to lyrics of songs, which is essentially poems that are set to music. So there's a lot of really good information that we can glean from this, okay? And, you know, some kids absolutely never seems like someone's in the middle with poetry. They either love or they hate it. So if you love it, that's great. If you hate it, that's okay. Buck up, camper. You're still going to do it, okay? So the very first unit, it's going to talk about the different usages of poetry. We're going to give you a couple short examples and kind of just give you the basic foundation of poetry, okay? The next assignment that you're going to do is a poem called Uphill, right? So here's right here in the middle, you'll see a YouTube link that you can just open that up, and it's someone reading to you, okay? Uphill is actually a unique poem because it's a question answer. The author of this is asking questions, and they are also answering the questions. So if we look at this very first stanza, does the road wind uphill all the way? Yes, to the very end. Will the day's journey take the whole long day? From morn to night, my friend. So we can see here that the speaker is asking questions, and it's also answering. Now, with poetry, obviously, things don't always mean exactly what's on there. So is this person really talking about a road? We don't know yet. So one of the things that you might want to do is continue to read through that. But is there for the night a resting place, a roof for the slow dark hours begin? May not the darkness hide it from my face? You cannot miss that in. Shall I meet other wayfarers at night? Those who have gone before? Then I must knock or call when just in sight. They will not keep you standing at the door. Shall I find comfort, travel sore and weak? Of labor you shall find the sum. Will there be beds for me, for all who seek? Yeah, beds for all who come. So as we can see when we read this, this isn't absolutely about a road, but it's metaphoric for something else. And a lot of people, particularly a lot of people of the Christian faith, have taken uphill to be kind of a Christian-based poem, all right? So what I want you to do is I want you to read through that. And the assignment asks you to, in 200 words or less, identify a feeling described in the uphill and describe the last time you felt like the person in the poem. So I want you to think about a time in your life that you kind of felt the same way. And again, this isn't entirely about a road. A lot of people think that this is about life, right? So when we talk about this, you know, the very first stanza in the first two questions asked, does the road wind uphill all the way? And will the day's journey take the whole day long? So here, you know, the speaker is most likely questioning life. And it basically refers to the beginning of life, which is the morning, or the birth, and night, which is death. So the second stanza asks, but is there a night of resting place? And may not the darkness hide from its face? So here the speaker, again, is questioning if there's places along the road where they could stop and rest. And the answer states that the only place exists when the slow, dark hour begins. So in this case, the answer pretty much so assures that the darkness will not cover the inn. So they'll be able to find it. So in this case, everybody's able to find the resting place. Right? The third stanza, shall I meet the other wayfarers at night? So this means, am I all alone? No, I'm not all alone. So lots of people have been down this road before. And must I knock or call when just in sight? And they say, the answer is basically no, you can come straight in. Okay, so again, I want you to think about a time that you sort of felt like this, whether it was alone or you had an uphill battle in life that you weren't sure if you were going to be able to handle. And then go ahead and write an essay. And I'm not concerned about 200 words. I'm concerned that you understand what you're saying and that I'm able to understand it. Okay. 7.03, we are going to be talking about meter, form, and language. So this is very, very vocab intensive. So I would encourage you to take a notebook and keep notes of what all of these mean, because a lot of them are, it's really heavy in vocabulary base. So you'll need to know what all of these are. And the last part of this week is you're going to be doing a quiz on 7.04. And again, this is mostly true and false and multiple choice. Be sure that you use that notebook for your vocabulary and your meter, because once you do that, you'll be able to do much better on your essay. So, any questions? Let me know. This is my favorite part of the English course, so I'm really excited to hear what you guys think. All right, thanks. Bye.